Hi, I'm Easton. Today I'm going to continue reading Magic at the Bed Biscuit. Chapter 5. That's a chicken for you. Grandpa's family felt anxious for the rest of the day. They had no chance to talk privately until after supper, when she's asleep. Ernest told Millie, "We'll meet under the dining room table. Tell Gabby and Sir Walter." Ernest put his head on his blue pillow and made snoring sounds. Militia dozed off quickly, tried from her day in the pastures, and stuffed with bugs. Her slow, wheezy breathing told Ernest that she was sound asleep, so he tiptoed into the dining room. When the family had gathered into the table, Ernest said, "You all heard her. She declared war on us." "I am so sorry," Ernest Millie said. "You had a terrible day." Millie licked his face and moved up to his ears. She believed that a good licking solved most problems. "That bird is just a disaster," Millie said between licks. "Of course she's a chicken," Ernest grunted. Millie kept on licking Ernest, and no one said anything. "Come on," Gabby said. "Ernest can't do this all by myself." "Do what?" Sir Walter asked, yawning. "Come up with a plan to control you know who. And Sir Walter, do not say her name," Gabby ordered. Then she said, "I'd like to bite her magic head off. I can do it too. I may be old, but I'm still fast." "Grandpa can't return a headless chicken to his friend," Ernest observed. "We need a good idea, and we need it right now." But right now passed, and so did many more minutes. So Walter suggested they toss you know how into the pen with the German shepherd that was out in the boarding kennels. The family shook their heads no. Millie offered to take you know who upstairs into Grandpa's bedroom, stuff her under the pillow, and sit on the pillow. Again, the family shook their heads no. Ernest's dependable brain offered nothing, which made him extremely grumpy, so he ended the meeting. "Keep working on that," he ordered as he stalked off to his bed. The next morning was Militia Turt's day at the Bed and Biscuit. For the first time in Ernest's memory, Rory did not wake anyone with his joyous crowing. At 6:30, after listening to the early news, Grandpa made came upstairs. Grandpa came downstairs with Millie, drank his coffee, and left for milking with Millie, Ernest, and Sir Walter. Where do you suppose our rooster is? Grandpa said aloud, looking around as he walked. I'd call for him, but I don't know how to call a rooster. He stopped in and looked down at Ernest. But luckily we have Mr. Super Snout. Ernest, you can do it. Go find Rory. He gestured all over the property. Find Rory, he said again. Right, Ernest replied, bearing off towards the woods. He caught no scent of the rooster there or behind the barn or in the backyard. How annoying. Sorry about that. He would have to interview the flock of chickens on the far side of the cow pond. Where's your chief? Ernest asked the scruffy old white hen. For once the old white hen didn't give him a hard time. We don't know, she replied. And we worried. Yesterday a hawk nearly got Wilhelmina. Poor dear, that would never have happened if Rory had been with us. Did we go on vacation? Do you know where he is? I mean, really? There, Ernest said, hoping she would shut her beak. I am looking for him, and I'll let you know when I find him. He trotted off towards the pasture's snout on the ground, and the pasture closet to the barn. He found Militia buck hunting. What are you doing here? She asked him. Hunting for Rory. She's missing. Good. It was nice and quiet this morning, the way it should be. She snapped up a slow beetle. Ernest said, here in the country, like our roosters, they protect her hands from foxes and hawks and feral dogs, so we listen to their crowing. What a price to pay! Militia shuddered. Ernest thought of the many kinds of food he loved that came from chickens. It's a small price, he said. It's worth it to protect our hands. Who lay eggs? I love omelets. Have you ever had a cheese omelet? You big booby. Chickens don't eat eggs. Those are our children. Now get lost. Head low, Ernest trotted over to the fence. Where there were many bushes, he flopped down in the shade between two bushes and grunted in sorrow for his predicament. Ernest, said the larger bush on the left. Ernest poked his snout into the bush. Rory, we missed you. You did, really. Of course, we depend on you. The hens need you. Just forget you saw me. I'm hiding. I lost some tall feathers, and I look awful. Oh, great, thought Ernest. a typical macho rooster with a self-esteem problem. He's too embarrassed to admit that a teeny chicken got the best of him. It's the most cheaper voice, he cried. We don't care about tall feathers. They'll grow back. We miss your nice crowing. Well, sort of, Ernest thought. You do, really. Rory sounded more upbeat. Really, now I'm going to tell the hens that you're okay and we'll be back with soon to them soon. You will, won't you? Not for a while. Rory said I look ridiculous. But Huck nearly got Wilhelm Manna yesterday because you weren't there to scare him off. Rory's eyes glazed over and his reddish brown beak dropped. Then, raising his head, he said, all right, but you keep that precious little Silky away from me and my hands.